Cool. Okay, can I have it now, please?
But Tate, it's a toy.
It's not a toy, it's a light painting tool. Come on. Come here. Haha, got it. Hi, and welcome to another do-it-yourself light painting video. As you're watching this, I take it you've got an interest in water blasters or long exposure photography and light painting, and possibly like making your own tools or are looking to do so. If you're watching because you like water blasters, I'd look away now. In this video, I'll show and explain how I convert one water blaster into 3 different light painting tools. 3 different cheap light painting tools. So before we start cutting up the water blaster, let's see what we've got. We've got the coloured tube and a coloured nib. We've got the plunger. They're all yellow. Every one of them that I've had delivered is a yellow plunger. And we have a handle. So what we're going to need to create these tools: one water blaster, that's critical, one small saw, hacksaw is the one that I prefer, some sandpaper, the grade doesn't matter, some black electrical tape, some clear sellotape or similar tape, and a screwdriver. I've got a couple here. Those are basically to remove the nib, which we'll see later how we do that. And that's it. Nothing complicated, nothing expensive. I get my water blasters off a well-known online auction site in packs of 6 for just under £10. It's a UK supplier, so if you're elsewhere in the world you just have to do a search. Individually they're sold, but they're more expensive, and they're random colours, so buying a pack of 6, at least I can guarantee getting 3 different colours. The only piece of waste we're going to get from this water blaster is this collar. I cut just underneath the collar there, all the way round, because I've found that the hole for the plunger is too narrow for any torch, any reasonable torch. So that's going to be binned, but every other part of the water blaster is going to be used. So as I said, it's a very simple process, so let's go do it. So we're going to start cutting very carefully, because what we don't want to do is cut through the plunger. So we're just going to cut the tube below that collar. Somewhere, there we are. And then remove the handle and the plunger. And we're left with one tube and a nib. And you can see it's a very rough edge where it's been cut. So we take the sandpaper and rotating the tube, sand it around the outside, that's smooth. And on the inside. Doesn't matter if you scratch the tube here, if the torch is going to go inside much further up than where the sandpaper is reaching. A nice smooth finish, both inside and out. So we have a plunger and a handle. You have to watch this plunger, it's got grease or a lubricant over the end, obviously for sliding in and out the tube when it's used as a water blaster. So I just wipe that down, clean it off. There's nothing on the actual plunger itself, just on the end cap there, the end piece. So we're left with this collar, which is free now, and the handle. So I want to cut away the plunger from the handle and remove this collar. I'm going to cut the handle just a bit further up from where the plunger meets it, because that will give me a big enough hole to put a torch in and use the handle as another tool. So that just needs a bit of tidying up. Bit of tidying up around the edge, and this we're going to remove, and just by cutting the plunger where the handle actually goes into. So one handle, one plunger, tied it up, sanded off the ends so they're smooth, and now on the plunger we can remove the collar and discard that. We don't need that anymore. So there we have 3 light painting tools that can be used straight away. So we've got 3 pieces now, 3 light painting tools. We've got the tube and the nib. We've got the handle, and we've got the plunger. I've wiped down the end of the plunger, got all the lubricant off, but they're the basic elements now, and we're just going to finish off. Certainly on the tube and the plunger there's a bit more needs doing, but the handle's ready to go basically. Got a torch in there, and you've got one tool straight away. So just to protect the end of the tube, I'm going to put some black electrical tape around it, and this also eliminates some of the light from the torch. Obviously, depending on the length of your torch will depend on how far up the tube you want to take the tape. So I'll just take it about 1.5 inches. And that's it, finished. So I've just got to remove this label. It's better with that off. And then that's 2 tools ready to go. So the plunger, the diameter is only about 1/2 inch. So I don't have a torch that will actually fit inside the plunger. So what I bought was a pack of 6 small torches, which it actually fits inside the bevel on that torch, and then with clear tape I just tape it on securely, as straight as possible, and then that gives me, if you can see it, the tool. So that's quite simple, and as I say, with clear tape, sellotape or any clear tape, you end up with that. So this one's got a black end on the plunger, the one I've just cut up has a white, but the tape is, or the torch is taped on very securely. You can throw that around and that's not going to come off. So that is the plunger complete. So the handle needs nothing else. It's cut off, it's sanded smooth. All we need now is a light source. It's a bit bright, but I'll show you later when it goes a bit darker what it looks like. But it's quite good for light writing or for adding to any other image with other tools. Running the tube under a hot water tap just eases up the adhesive on the label, and then you can peel it off. It does leave a bit of residue, but that's not going to affect anything. Same with the end where the nib was, which is now here. Just soak that in the sink with hot water from the tap, not boiling water from the kettle, that deforms the tube, but that just eases up the adhesive. And then I got a screwdriver underneath the tip all the way round, bit by bit, until it loosened it, and then I could take it off. And obviously once you've got that off and off others, you can mix and match the tubes and the nibs, and then it's very easy. You can tape that on, clear tape or black tape, because of course you can put any colour tape around this or anything inside the tube to get different effects, but that is quite simple. So that's the tube and the nib and the tape. The handle and the plunger. So here we've got the light tool we've just created and two more that I created earlier. And as I say, any combination of tube and tips, and the effects are pretty good. So let's get these guys outside and produce an image. These images are from the 3 tools I've just made in this video. These are images that I've made previously, and you may have seen some of them on Instagram. I'll put my Instagram link below if you want to see more. I'll also put a link to the UK supplier that I use for the water blasters. If you look below, there's a couple of links to YouTube videos by the Australian Rod Evans. He produces fantastic images from modified water blasters. Well, that's it from me for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing more of what I do, and hopefully you found something in this video that gives you ideas for making your own tools. Thank you for watching, and if you liked it, you know what to do below. If you want to see more DIY light painting videos in the future, you know what to do below. And I hope to see you again for future DIY videos. Thanks again, and bye for now.